The final day of BTS's concert in Busan left a deeply emotional mark on their fans' army. Unlike the grand stages they have performed on across various other parts of the world, the atmosphere in Busan felt far more personal for one of BTS's main vocalists, Jimin. In front of tens of thousands of spectators, Jimin broke down in tears as he reminisced about his career journey. For Jimin, Busan is not just an ordinary concert stop. This port city is the hometown where he grew up and nurtured his dreams before becoming a global star. The city's atmosphere, filled with purple attributes and a thunderous roar of support from his birthplace, made this moment feel both magical and deeply moving. Being here, seeing all of you in the city where I was raised, feels so surreal, Jimin said, his voice trembling before his tears fell. Hi Army and all loyal viewers. Are you ready for the latest update everyone is talking about? Let's get started right away. Welcome to the Jimin Day channel. Returning home, BTS's Jimin breaks down in tears on the final day of the Busan concert. Busan, the final day of BTS's concert in Busan left a deeply emotional mark on their fans' army. Unlike the grand stages they have performed on across the globe, the atmosphere in Busan felt far more personal for one of BTS's main vocalists, Jimin. In front of tens of thousands of spectators, Jimin broke down in tears as he reminisced about his career journey. For Jimin, Busan is not just an ordinary concert stop. This port city is the hometown where he grew up and nurtured his dreams before becoming a global star. The city's atmosphere, filled with purple attributes and a thunderous roar of support from his birthplace, made this moment feel both magical and deeply moving. From the very beginning of the show, the look in Jimin's eyes hinted at an emotional vibration different from the usual. Every time he looked out at the sea of people crowding the stadium, there was a sense of emotion and disbelief that the young boy from Busan who used to love dancing had now returned as a global icon. That meaningful gaze seemed to encapsulate his deep longing for the birthplace he had long left behind to pursue his dreams in the capital. When performing hit songs with his group, Jimin poured his heart and soul into it, delivering a vocal performance so passionate as if he wanted to present the absolute best for his hometown. Every high note he reached sounded like an outpouring of his heart, a sincere message of love for the city that had shaped his character and immense talent since childhood. Fans in attendance could feel the thick emotional energy flowing from every movement of the idol on stage. The emotional peak. The climax occurred as the concert transitioned into the talk segment near the end of the event, where the stadium lights began to dim and the focus shifted entirely to the members. When it was Jimin's turn to speak, a magical silence suddenly enveloped the entire stadium area, anticipating the words that would come from the sweet-voiced singer's lips. The roaring cheers of the audience instantly turned into a warmth ready to welcome the homecoming of the local sun. Being here, seeing all of you in the city where I was raised, feels so surreal, Jimin said, his voice trembling before his tears fell. That simple yet deeply meaningful opening sentence instantly shook the hearts of everyone listening that night. The tears he had held back throughout the concert finally spilled over, wetting his cheeks under the glittering stage lights. For Jimin, every corner of Busan and the energy provided by the audience that night brought his memory back to the early days when he started his career from scratch. This concert was no longer just a show, but an emotional flashback of the long struggle he had gone through to be able to stand at the top of the world with BTS. Memories of when he was still a dance school student in Busan, walking down the city streets with an immensely large dream, seemed to replay in his mind. He paused for a few moments, bowing his head while wiping his tears with the edge of his sleeve, trying to gather his strength back in front of the sea of spectators. The other BTS members standing beside Jimin offered moral support, gently patting his shoulder and letting their close friend pour out all his pent-up emotions. This moment of mutual strength made the atmosphere inside the stadium even more moving and full of intimacy. When he raised his face again, a thin, genuine smile bloomed on his still trembling lips, showing his profound gratitude to the entire audience. Jimin expressed how much the presence of his family, childhood friends, and his old dance teachers, who were reportedly also in attendance to witness his highest achievement that night, meant to him. For him, performing in Busan in front of the people who knew him from the very beginning was the greatest honor that could never be measured by anything. A flood of gratitude. Jimin's sobbing that night was not a sign of sadness, but a flood of gratitude, relief, and immense pride for all the storms he had successfully weathered. Every drop of his tears represented the long nights of hard practice, the doubts that had occasionally crept in, and the countless sacrifices of time to reach his current position. In his own hometown, all that burden and validation seemed to melt into an unforgettable emotional victory. Seeing their idol sobbing, the tens of thousands of ARMY crowding the stadium immediately cheered to offer strength, shouting Jimin's name loudly enough to shake Busan. The thunderous roar of the fans sounded like a collective warm hug welcoming home their local hero with open arms. The stadium's atmosphere transformed into an ocean of pure love between an artist and the people who have always supported his journey. Jimin also conveyed how the city of Busan has always been a safe haven in his heart, even when he had to travel the world and face immense industry pressure. Memories of the scent of the Busan sea and the warmth of its people have always been the fuel that helped him survive during difficult times. Returning to the city and being welcomed in such a grand way made Jimin feel that all his hard work over the past decade had paid off in full. In the remainder of his performance after that emotional moment, Jimin seemed to sing with redoubled sincerity, letting his voice grow hoarse with emotion yet remaining incredibly beautiful. It was as if he wanted to etch that night deeply into his long-term memory, not wanting to miss a single second of the precious moments in his hometown. Every wave of his hand and eye contact he gave to the audience felt deeply intimate and full of gratitude. A humble megastar. Jimin's emotional closeness to Busan has long been known to the public, but watching him break down in tears on stage provided a new dimension of how much this city truly means to him. Behind his status as an international megastar admired by millions, Jimin proved that he remains a humble Busan boy who has never forgotten his cultural roots. It was this trait that made his tearful moment that night feel so sacred to anyone who witnessed it. Once the concert officially ended and the stage curtains began to close, Jimin was the very last member to leave the main stage area, as if finding it heavy to part with his birthplace. He bowed deeply in various directions of the stadium, paying the ultimate respect to the land that gave him birth and the people who raised his name. His final wave, accompanied by a tearful smile, served as the perfect conclusion to the concert chapter in Busan. This moment of Jimin's tears immediately became a global trending topic on various social media platforms, triggering a wave of sympathy and pride from millions of ARMY worldwide. Hashtags and keywords related to Jimin Busan instantly topped the popularity charts, filled with video clips and photos of fans crying in emotion along with their idol. Fans from various countries united to send messages of strength, admiring the transparency of Jimin's sincere heart on stage. Ultimately, the success of the concert in Busan will not only be recorded as a history of BTS's success as a group, but also as a monument to Jimin's personal spiritual journey. Crying in his birthplace, in front of tens of thousands of pairs of eyes that love him, stands as authentic proof that no matter how far Jimin goes to conquer the world, his heart will always be left behind and return home to Busan. Seeing how deep the emotional bond is between Jimin and his hometown, this moment in Busan will certainly continue to be remembered as one of the most historical chapters in BTS's career journey. The sincerity of Jimin's tears that night not only touched the hearts of those present at the stadium but also left a deep, moving vibration for millions of fans watching from behind screens all corners of the world. What about you? Were you one of the ARMYs who shed tears while witnessing this emotional moment from the main vocalist, or did you feel immensely proud to see how far this local son of Busan has come to conquer the world stage? Let's share your feelings, messages of love, and your most memorable moments from Jimin's performance at this Busan concert. Write your best responses and opinions directly in the comments section below, and let's show our greatest support for Jimin's beautiful journey ahead with BTS. Leave your positive comments here, the best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.